What's up, guys? We're with Todd here at Strictly Singles. He won 3rd place at our locals this week. Absolutely wiped Super Heavy Samurai. We saw them brick. That doesn't happen a lot. Sorry, JC, for that. Any shout outs you want to give today?
Shout out to the channel, I guess.
And what deck were you playing? Tell us about this this thick pile.
60 card Gold Pride Punk.
Ghoti. Gold Pride Punk Ghoti. By the way, guys.
There's a little Gotti engine, yeah.
It's pretty sick. Anyways, before we dive into the video, what am I wrong with me? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and well, show us what you got.
Okay, we played 3 Foxy tunes. We just played normal 9. Whoa.
The punk stuff.
Yeah. This is this is this. This is this.
I heard that Ziaman's gonna go to 1 on the ban list.
Yeah, right. No way. You discard summon any punk. Yeah, you discard itself another card. Summon any non-level 8 punk from your deck. This one discards a search any non-level 8 punk. These are pretty much the ways to get to this, but sometimes you do use them to get to the other punk cards, which are these. This one, when it's sent to the grave, you target a punk and summon it back from the grave. It lets you make rank 8s, lets you make rank 3s, lets you keep synchroing. This one pays 6 to fusion on your turn, and it pays 6 to synchro on their turn. This pays 6 to search for the trap, and this searches for the field spell. The field spell is kind of crazy.
It's a pot of greed.
And some people don't know these cards have other effects. So when this one goes to the grave, you can target a punk and give it 600 attack. It might be 700, I don't remember, I never use it. Yeah. This one, when you target with a card, you target another monster, cut its attack in half, and when this one's targeted, you draw.
Which comes up a lot, by the way. People imperm this all the time.
Oh, all the time. So you summon activate effect, search field spell, they imperm, you chain effect, you just draw a card anyway, which
feels good when
it's not like game breaking, but like you still draw a card. It still trades. It still trades for their card.
For a draw.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I'll show these two. We play the 3 E-Tellies and the 1 field spell. The field spells, this is insane. Up to twice per turn when you pay life points to activate a psychic monster effect, not just a punk. You draw a card, so you can like pay 6, search, draw, pay 6, or like pay 6, fuse, draw. And then you can banish any punk card from your graveyard to summon a punk from hand.
Which is busted. It comes up a lot.
It does come up a lot. So you can like, say discard this, that just puts a punk in your graveyard. You haven't even done anything yet. And then you can like banish, if you already have this, banish from grave, summon something. You don't have to use your normal summon, keep going. Yeah. That's it for the punk cards.
Pretty standard punk package.
Pretty standard punk stuff. Some people may not know what it does. Everybody probably should by now.
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to go to any big tournaments, know what the punk cards do.
Yeah. I put this out of order, sorry. We played 3 Leon. My ratios are not the same as everybody else. I played 3-3-3, no level 8. I don't really like level 8. I understand that the level 8 stops Lightning Storm, it stops Imperm, it stops Kashtira, it stops Evenly Match, it just stops so much stuff. But I'm playing 60 cards, and I didn't want to like really search it at any point in time. I didn't really need it. The only time I wanted it was at one point I could have used Leon and it to synchro into an Amazing Dragon, because Leon says you can synchro during your opponent's turn, but you have to use all gold prides, so you can go like 3-5 for an 8 or 3-3 for a 6.
And what do you feel about this? Is this only a 3 of because of the fact that you're at a 60 card deck?
Yeah. So I'm playing 60 cards, and I'm also playing 3 of the trap, because there's games where you can literally just set this and pass and win the game.
Yeah, that card's crazy. Like that.
This card's really good. I'll just lay all the other ones out now too. Yeah. This card, you summon it when your life points are lower than your opponent. You can special any of these from hand, so these all become extenders. So say you like summon, if you have your hand's not that good, you can say like summon Diamond, activate effect, pay 6, they ash it. You can special this and still go into Dragon Drive, still pay 6, still get your search, still keep going. You can go into any level 8. None of these lock you into anything except for Leon. When you summon, you can summon a gold pride from the graveyard. That locks you into gold prides from the extra deck only. Roller Baller, during the main phase quick effect, you fuse into Pinballer. Pinballer's crazy, we'll talk about that in a sec. And this one, when it's summoned, you search for a gold pride trap, which is this. So there's times where you can like literally just normal summon, search trap, and pass. Flip trap, reveal 3 Leons, and then on their turn you can like synchro into something, which like could be Star Leon, like Pat said. I play Gotti engine, you can go into that.
Yeah, this deck was crazy.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. So what's up with this one? Like I've been seeing people not really play.
Oh yeah, I didn't talk about these. This one's a 10 key. You play it, search for any gold pride. You lose life points equal to its attack. So if you search Leon, you lose 15. And then during the end phase, all of the gold pride cards, mandatory, the extra deck launches, they mandatory have to return to the extra deck to summon one of the main deck ones. So if you have one in deck, you have to bounce it, unfortunately, because sometimes you want to keep it. Only if you activate their first effects. And yeah, this one says you can activate it, you summon a gold pride from your hand or graveyard. Your opponent can also summon a monster. There's a lot of times where I just kind of fish for information. So like, I'll just throw this out as like an extender, say special carry. And then if they don't summon anything, I can kind of just assume that they're playing Cashtira because they don't want a monster in the field. And I can kind of like adjust what I'm doing to go with so. Or sometimes, I think I played against, I think I activated this and my opponent summoned an Elbaz, so I knew they were playing Branded. So obviously I'm not going to set up a board that loses to Branded.
That makes sense, yeah. It's kind of like the when people were playing in Dark World, they were playing the drag downs. Kind of like that vibe if I'm getting
Yeah, exactly. And then like game 2, same thing. If I activate this and summon a monster and they don't summon anything, I can just kind of try and play around like the Imperm, because obviously if they summon they don't have Imperm, I can play around like the Lightning Storm, the Evenly Matched, all those cards. So it's also a quick play, so you can do it during your opponent's turn. Also, something to keep in mind, when you send carry to the graveyard, you can banish gold pride cards to give one of your gold pride extra deck monsters, I think it's 500 attack for each one. If you make a Lambda, you can banish Rollerballer because he's a psychic.
Oh no, to trigger the effect, that's
trigger
crazy.
the effect of Lambda, yes. You can get a gamma for your turn for when you're trying to push back.
Lambda's crazy right now, I love that
Lambda
card.
is insane. It's super heavy samurai format, so like you'll probably see these cards literally everywhere. Maybe not this one, but you'll see them everywhere. Droll is Droll, Ash is Ash. Gamma is really good. You can Gamma during your turn. If you don't have anything, you can special, obviously Gamma this, that. You can go into Dragon Drive to search before you do anything else. So you get your search. You can search for like the Xiamen, normal Xiamen, do your plays. Ghost Dogger, I played 2 because if I didn't search it, I wanted to be able to teleport for it. And if I did search it, sometimes you use this card during your turn, unfortunately, because this format is just that way. So if I have 2 in deck, I can still teleport into it and use it.
Makes sense to me.
These are all tuners. Everybody knows that stuff by now. 3 Fenrir, just, it's a pile deck, honestly. Special, search for Fenrir, use Fenrir, discard for Foxy Tune. You don't really like lose any cards because you just searched for it. It's also level 7, so the tuners and all of the gold prides can go into level 10s. This is the weird stuff. We played a like little Gotti engine.
This is the weird stuff. So
This is the weird stuff.
Fun part with this is that at one point I was watching one of his duels. I was commenting because you're gonna see it on the channel. This man goes cross out Designator for Shiv.
Yeah,
like
crossroad designator, I'll throw that down too. So you activate this, you declare any card name. It doesn't have to be like in response to anything. Just declare any card name. So you declare Shift, you banish the Shift, and then until the end of this turn, Shift can't activate. But Shift, when it's banished during your opponent's, during the next turn, it specials itself. So you can like end phase, if they don't Nibiru, you can activate crossout, call Shift, banish Shift. On your turn, Shift will special back. And then during the turn it's special summon, you can quick synchro into a fish synchro. I'll show that in a sec too because it's in my extra deck. So yeah, this kind of acts as an E-Telly if you don't stop hand traps. This one does the same thing, but as soon as it's banished, you have to summon it in synchro. You don't get to activate it in synchro like this one. And Snopsis or Snopios, you banish 2 fish, you activate it in hand, sorry, during the main phase. Either plays main phase. Banish 2 fish, summon it. There's a funny card that people don't know is fish in the extra deck. When it's summoned, you target any card, or sorry, any monster on the field, and when it leaves the field, it gets banished. So when I was like kind of testing for fun, you can summon it, target itself. When it leaves the field, it gets banished. And then when itself gets banished, you can banish 1 fish from your graveyard, which is usually Shift, to add it back to hand. So say you banish 2, summon this, target itself, use it for like, I don't know, use both of these on board, synchro up into an 8. This will get banished, and then if this is engraved, you can banish this, add this back to hand, then during your turn, this comes back out, and it kind of just gives you like a little resource engine that plays by itself. But you can target any card to get banished with this. So say you're playing against, what was I going to say? What's that Cyber's deck? Mathmech. If you're playing against Mathmech, this is just sitting in your hand, you have 2 fish engraved. When they go for the,
any of them, really.
The level 2 update jammer. You can special this, target the update jammer. It won't go to the graveyard. It'll get banished when it leaves the field, even if they link it off. So then they can't do like the climb OTK stuff as easily. And it also helps When they say you go first, you can set this up if you want. It's not the best thing in the world, but if it's available, you can special this and then target one of the math mechs. It gets banished. If it leaves the field, it gets banished, and then it really hurts the trap because they may not have 3 to special back.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We played these just for like anti-hand trap cards, and then the Gabu. This card's kind of really important in this build because you're paying your life points. I think if you do the full combo, you have like 3,000 life points left.
Yeah, you're
like
you're
even lower, like 35. So, and then we played 3 Imperm because we need more hand traps. Pile decks, woohoo. 60 cards, like I said. I'll talk about this later. We play the Amazing Dragon because if you do the full Xiamen, yeah, if you do the full Xiamen line and you don't get interrupted, I think you bounce for 4. And if you can search for the Ghost Ogre, I think you have 5 because you'll have Xiamen, Shirakusai, Spider, Wagon, and then this bounces for level 3 Psychic, so a Ghost Ogre counts. This Jam Dragon Drive, when you summon it, search for level 3 Psychic. I want to play Psychic Wielder because you can search that as an extender because you'll always have a level 3 Psychic on board anyway. And then when you synchro with it, you pop something, so it's pretty good. This is kind of unorganized. I played the Baron because Baron is...
Baron, yeah.
Yeah, it's Baron. You have to play Baron. This is my other level 8. This should be Risen Dragite because carries a water, so you can summon it with this engrave and negate a spell trap. That's how you play around evenly.
Okay.
I just don't have it at the moment. Star Leon. During the main phase, you can quick effect target a monster. He gains its attack, and then if your life points are lower than theirs, you destroy it. So you get to play the really big kaijus, give them to them, target this, say it gains 33, and then pop it, and then he's just really big.
Yeah.
Then during the end phase, he bounces back, sums himself out. And then these are the Gotti cards that I played, just like one of each. Leon does this cool thing where he synchros during your opponent's turn. But you have to use Gold Pride monsters, but you can synchro into anything. So if you just end on both of these...
They go for the level 6. Oh
yeah,
my
you
gosh.
can activate its effects, get rid of both, go for the level 6. And then when the level 6 is Synchro summoned, it banishes a fish from your deck. So you banish Zep. They are lost in the pile. Say you'll banish Zep, and then Zep immediately summons itself and synchros off both of these for this. And then you can activate Oskin's effect, which is target a fish and another card in the field, banish it. So if you summon Star Leon, he gets rid of monsters, but if you summon this gets rid of anything. So like against Branded, nobody wants to play through Branded Loss, so this helps get rid of that. He's going to target, a fish, another card, banish it. And then when this goes to the grave, you can banish a fish to search a fish with the same level. So that's how you find the Synopsis. You just target himself. These are both level 6s, so you banish this, you add this to your hand. This gets banished, and when he's banished, it doesn't matter how, you banish a fish engrave, so you can say banish the Zep and summon this back out. And as many people know right now, level 11 synchros are the new 8. So 8 plus 3 gets you into your Psychic End Punisher, because this just floats. And
that card's disgusting.
This card's disgusting in this deck. It literally just, sometimes you don't even care what they do, you just want to pay life points and kill them.
That's how it really felt. Like you were just like paying. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, you just pay, summon, swing for game. Where is the other Gotti guy? The other level 2, Shift, wherever it is. You can use Shift and this to make this during your opponent's turn, banish the entire board. But sometimes you will have this as part of your main combo. This is also a fish.
Oh my gosh.
So sometimes you'll banish, say, this and Shift to summon Synopsis from hand. People don't really know their names. You'll banish this and Shift to summon Synopsis. Then during your opponent's turn, the Synopsis or the Shift can come back. And then when this leaves, it'll banish itself from the board. So sometimes you can, like, when this leaves, you'll banish a fish to grab it back, so you'll banish this guy, and then this will go back to your hand, and then he will banish Shift, which will special this, and then on your turn, we'll just use this. You'll have Shift, and then you can synchro both of these, say, into Baron, and then you just have 2 fish engraved to summon this again, and then when you summon, it's just like a little resource loop that keeps going over and over and over. But yeah, this, you tribute it, summon 2 punks from your deck that aren't level 8. He's just kind of like the main combo thing.
He's crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much because our locals is over. Pinballer is insane.
Disgusting.
So
card.
the level 5 guy, you fuse during either player's main phase. It takes Rollerballer, has to be there, plus any amount of punks, or Gold Pride Sword. So typically you'll do like 2 to 3. You can do more if you want, but it's kind of a hard neg. When this is fusion summoned, you non-targeting equip your opponent's monsters to it as equip spells, and your opponent can't negate the activation or effect if your life points are lower than your opponent's, which
it always is.
Unless you're playing against Dinomorphia, that should not be a problem.
Yeah.
Even if it is, just ram something into the Rexstrom and let it go anyway. And then like the other ones, during the end phase, he returns to the extra deck and summons back a Roller Baller. Their cards just kind of fall off. So this is really good when you're playing against something like Branded. If they already use the...
Mirror Jade,
Mirror Jade, yeah, you can equip it, end phase, it'll just fall off and then doesn't come back.
You do
or it
not
doesn't
get
wipe
the
your
effect.
board.
Yeah, there's no effect there.
Things like that, it's really good against. I played the Lambda, this is my only link. It's just generic, and searching the Gamma is really good. I played this. You go into this as level 3, literally just to make Zeus, because it can't be destroyed by battle, it can't be targeted. So they can't target it to pop it, they can't. There's like a weird time where like I literally just sat on this and they couldn't Fenrir to get over it.
Yeah, it happened a lot in virtual format.
I don't remember where you gain life, but yeah, you gain 500 life points during the standby phase. So you can literally just make this just pass in time, hope they don't get over it, and away you go. Zeus is Zeus, and then we play Chariot Carry.
Because you gotta.
Because you have to. Yeah, this card's insane. You detach a material, search for a Gold Pride spell, and then if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you send a Gold Pride monster from your deck to the graveyard. So if people don't like know Gold Pride just like super fast, you can detach from it, search this, dump a Gold Pride, so you'll probably dump this or Roller Baller. It kind of just depends on what you want to do. You'll activate the spell, search for Leon, take 15, special Leon, summon whichever one you want. I like to summon this because then you search for the trap, and then when they summon, you can flip the trap, and then you can go get like this, and then you can like use, you can, so like this removes a monster, you can use Leon to go into Star Leon, which will also pop a monster, and then you can fuse this and Star Leon to go into the fusion, and yeah, you see where it's going. The whole deck literally just snowballs a lot. And then every time, so I shouldn't say every time, once per turn, when one of your guys goes back to the extra deck off of this, I forgot to mention this, you draw a card.
Which is very nice.
Yeah,
you draw
so
a
like
lot.
this goes back, all of the extra deck guys, if you activate their main effects, they return to the extra deck. So like that's why I only played 1-1-1. I just won't respect Cash Tira, I guess. It kind of sucks to have to play around it, but as you can see, there's like a lot of stuff you have to fit in the extra deck.
This is a pile deck. Like it's not like a
like if it wasn't a pile deck, easily just drop these and you can play like Excel Synchron.
Like when Cash rips this, and if they look at this and they haven't ever played it before, they're like, "What is going on here?"
Yeah, exactly. So like,
They probably always hit either this or Braun anyways.
I was gonna say, just like before we end it, typically I've been told they see this, they want to hit this, they see this, they want to hit this, they see the board wipe, they want to hit that.
If they even know what this does.
Yeah, most people read it and skip over it, but sometimes they want to hit it.
And then like
A
Braun,
lot of people want to hit this because it's a negate. Some people want to hit this to stop me from comboing, but you can still push through that anyway. Like there's a lot of stuff in here they want to hit. So as long as I don't trigger Unicorn like 5 times before I get to play the game, then it's okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the deck profile, and congratulations once again, and hopefully we'll see you at regionals.
Oh, you know what? There's a funny thing I can mention too. In my side deck, if you decide to play the fish, I play Bestials. There's the other level 8 synchro for fish. I forget what its name is. During the standby phase, if you summon it and the materials are still in the grave, you can special summon them. So you make it, say like you like just banish something, summon this, trigger the effect of search, summon a level 2 tuner if you draw it. You can go into the level 8 guy. So this will be engraved, same with the other tuner. Then during the standby phase, you banish it, summon both of these back. This triggers again. So now you have a Bestials over 3 turns.
That's crazy.
It's not like super amazing,
it's
but
just
it's
cool.
like, yeah, it's just a fun thing you can do with the cards.
It's a bonus Timbit.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you, and hopefully we'll see you at the regionals.
Hopefully.